and welcome to another episode of Into the Minds of Madness, the horror movie podcast where we pick a movie and rip it to shreds. Whether they're good shreds or bad shreds.
Often good.
Often good,
Yeah.
generally. I am your scaredy cat, Paul McWhirter, and sitting with me is your horror aficionado, Chris Dicker.
Hello.
How are we, my friend?
Oh, man, I'm doing good.
Yeah, me too.
Any day you sit down and watch this movie, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
afterwards.
it is. I got to admit, it is a bit warm in here, so it's just one of those days. Spring has well and truly sprung.
We're in October.
Yes,
The best month. Forget December. It's too expensive. October all the way. Scary
October
movies.
all the way.
Yeah. Those still give me presents at Christmas. Horror movies. What a shock.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, surprise, surprise. So what did we watch today?
Oh, man, we watched Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs.
People Under the Stairs.
From 1991.
91.
I was a mere 1 year old.
Ooh, were you? I was
Yeah.
3.
You old bastard.
I know.
Your old
I know.
bones.
I know. Ridiculous, isn't it?
But yeah, so we thought it's October. We need to be doing recommendations. We need to give you some ideas of what to watch, and we're not gonna. If you're listening to us, we're pretty sure you've seen a good chunk of horror. You're pretty familiar with the obvious Halloween selections.
Yeah.
So like we're not talking We thought we could always say Friday, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's go another one of Wes Craven's, and I kind of like. This one I have a lot more fun with, compared to just A Nightmare on Elm Street on its own, not the whole series. But yeah, this is just really fun, spooky. Grab a couple of mates, grab a 6-pack, just put on The People Under the Stairs. Fun times.
I loved it.
Good.
I really
knew you
enjoyed
would.
it. This is so up my alley.
Yeah.
Like, it really was.
It ticks so many boxes.
Yeah, it really did, I think. Yeah, where do you want to start? With the synopsis?
Let's do what we always do.
Let's do that.
Unfortunately, there's no little blurbs on the front.
Oh, your precious blurbs.
Oh, I think there's one. Here we go. Oh, it's 3 lines. A horrific urban tale reflecting our deepest communal sins. Stairs can be used for 2 basic purposes, to ascend and to descend. Somehow Craven accomplishes both. ClassicHorror.com. Is that good or bad? Did they just explain what stairs are?
Yeah, I think so.
Did the person watch the movie?
I don't know. Can I have a read of that?
That's an odd one. I don't know how to take that. Usually they're just cheesy or correct.
I don't get that. I don't. Yeah, those first 2 lines just don't make any sense.
Unfortunately, because there's no special features on this. I got a Blu-ray here from
There's probably just not enough context. They haven't put enough stuff in there.
Yeah, like this is a again from the great Umbrella Entertainment.
Yeah,
love you guys so goddamn much.
Shout out.
Like
So baby,
they're bringing Orca to Blu-ray. Like,
yeah.
Oh, they cannot take my money quick enough. But anyway, let's dive into this. Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs. The horrors of The Last House on the Left could not prepare you for The People Under the Stairs. Wes Craven, the director of Scream and A Nightmare on Elm Street, locks you inside the most terrifying house on the street in this horror classic. When Poindexter, played by Brandon Adams, known around the hood as Fool, breaks into a house, he finds himself trapped by its modus owners, played by Everett McGill and Wendy Roby from Twin Peaks. Quickly learning the true nature of the home's homicidal inhabitants, the boy battles against sadistic security devices, befriends an elusive and abused girl, and finally learns the secret of the creatures hidden deep within the house.
Okay.
Man, descriptive. Not bad.
Yeah.
That pretty much kind of sums it up.
Yeah. They don't mention Alice in that blurb.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Befriends an elusive and abused girl.
The elusive girl. Yes.
She's
okay.
elusive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She was my favorite part of this movie.
Yeah.
I loved her. I thought she was. She had a great performance. She played scared really well. Like some of her falls, like the way she slipped in the blood. Like, that would have fucking hurt.
Yeah.
That would have really hurt.
She's got a bruise on her thigh for sure.
Yes. And, like, just the way that, like, she gets thrown in the bath as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just the physicality of her was really fucking good. And just how wonderfully fearful she can look as well. She did that so perfectly.
And she's, like, all at the time, she just looked like a doll. Like, she was so precious, like the way she held herself.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
yeah,
Like fragile.
yeah, very fragile.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did an amazing job. She was played by
AJ somebody?
her name was AJ Langer, and I believe that
AJ
was her
Langer.
first film.
First film. Okay.
But
Because she was great.
but as mentioned, we've got Everett McGill as Daddy and Wendy Roby as Mummy.
Yeah. But they're just credited in the end credits as man and woman.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. Yeah. But like as said in the synopsis, they're both from Twin Peaks. They play Ed, and I'm probably going to be wrong with Lorraine. I don't know. No, that's the Warrens. But anyway, they play a pair in Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
And
you said they play a couple?
Yeah, they play a
Twin
husband
Peaks,
and wife.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they play a somewhat off kilter couple there. Like she is off kilter in Twin Peaks, and here she is no different. And that's how they got the role was through Wes Craven seeing their performance in Twin Peaks. It's like there is no one else who can play that. Like their chemistry. Yeah, you believe them. I totally.
Yeah.
Once you forget that moment when you're in the film and you know it's good because you just forget about everything. You're just in the film. I totally believe that there was sicko mummy daddy weirdos like
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were fantastic in it.
Yeah, they were fucking great. They
So
were
good.
awesome. What did you think of Fool or Poindexter or Dexter?
Yeah, no, I loved him.
Yeah?
I thought Fool was fantastic.
Yeah, I
Like-
thought he was all right. There were some bits and pieces that that I was like, oh, that could have been taken again.
Yeah,
Like,
another take.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Just it was only a couple of times, but like I feel like they kind of, to me, they really stood out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm going into this with a bit of nostalgia.
He wasn't bad though. Like, he wasn't bad at all. No way.
No.
Like I feel like this could almost come across as like almost a kids movie as well.
Definitely.
Like,
yeah.
Even just having like the name people under the stairs, that could be kind of
Kind of gives you like a
construed as-
labyrinth kind of vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a little bit.
Like a
yeah.
mystical land.
Was this rated M?
This was R on IMDb, but M on my Blu-ray.
That's
Mysteries abound.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a different cut.
Maybe.
A mystery to be solved another day.
Well, that is something that we should probably note down so we don't forget, because I would very much like to visit that. I would very much like to visit another cut if there is.
It's very when there's blood, there's blood. Like there's proper gore, but like if there was gorier versions,
Yeah.
that could be interesting.
Well,
I don't know what else they could really do, but
I got to admit though,
down.
I did like the level of gore in this.
It was enough, wasn't it?
There was enough. Yeah. I think that's what helped me really enjoy it.
it
too.
didn't
Yeah.
overpower it. Like there was a great scene with Daddy in the basement chopping up
Oh
Leroy
yeah.
and him just with
Oh, what was his name? The actor who played
Ving
him?
Rhames.
Ving Rhames. Thank
Rhames
you.
was
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this.
All I could remember was V.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's his name? What's his name? Like,
You know, he was awesome in that as well. In this as well, playing Leroy, the guy who tries to gets full involved in stealing and robbing
crime and
crime itself.
yeah, criming it up.
Cramming it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
With Leroy's buddy Spencer.
Spencer, yes. I believe I had a point. No, that's right. We were talking about when Daddy's downstairs and he's chopping up Leroy and he's in that yellow like rubber, what would you call it, apron?
Oh yeah.
And you can tell he's got just a huge chunk of Leroy in his mouth,
Yeah.
blood all over his lips and everything. It's just so freaky. He gives it his all in this film. Everett McGill, God
He's
damn.
fucking. That guy's insane. Like, just he has the crazy eyes.
Oh, and then like we're jumping ahead. We're not really explaining the story. The synopsis did enough.
Yeah, synopsis did enough. So they're trapped in a house. There's people under the stairs. There's crazy man and woman and a little girl.
Yeah.
And three of them enter. One man leaves.
One boy enters.
Yeah.
One man leaves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, he does.
Becomes a man.
He leaves and then comes back to save Alice. Like,
well,
that is.
You know what this is? I was looking up on some reviews and some other just thoughts on this film from other people, and one thing that stood out was people are calling it a a modern fairy tale. Like it's the child having to take on something big, succeeding, and then becoming a man at the end of it.
Yeah.
And it's also like
It's a bit of a hero's journey, isn't it?
it's a hero's journey, and it's
because he doesn't want to start crime, but he's
God,
like,
no.
well, but I've got to because my mum's dying. She's got cancer. My sister's got kids. Like,
yeah, they're
you
about
know,
to be booted out of their home.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's so the reluctant hero.
Yeah.
This is a total hero's journey. Yeah,
And you know what? It also gives me it's like seeing the inside of that creepy house on your street. Like every suburb has that kind of that house. It's like, what's in there?
Yeah.
And this is kind of that answer to it, and it's such a satisfying, like, what is going on in that house with all the bars on the windows and all that.
Yeah.
And that just that's what drew me to this movie the most. Just being able to be in there and like they're in the vents and in the walls.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I
like
loved it.
Yeah, I love the fact that when we start, we find out that that there's all the people under the stairs, but one of them's escaped and is in the wall somewhere.
Yeah, Roach.
Roach, which is fucking great. Which is one of the McPools in It's Always Sunny. And
Yes.
he was fucking. He was great in this.
Sean Whalen.
Sean Whalen, that's his
Yes.
name. Yeah, he was so good in this.
You know, I believe he was like 27 when he was in this role. Like he was
Yeah, because
he's
he's 54.
God damn.
Yeah.
Doesn't look 54.
I think he's just a small kind of guy.
Mm.
He's just a very small guy.
Yeah, he was 27 and he's supposed to be playing a 15 or 16-year-old boy.
Yeah. Roach was awesome in this.
He was so cool.
He was so cool.
Like the moaning, I loved how it was scary in the beginning. Like if you haven't seen it before, like it is quite off-putting, and it does like set the tone. Like, oh, there's something sinister in this house. But once you actually get past that, and Roach befriends Fool and saves him, he's just this lovable dude who's trapped in the walls and has his tongue cut out.
Yeah, it's almost like they're just attacking because it's like, oh well, he's killing them for us. Like, you know, and we're hungry, we got to eat. But then once they realize that Fool could be an ally, they're like, oh no way.
Yeah,
You know, and like Roach gives his life for him as well in the end.
He
like,
does.
It's crazy.
The first,
one thing, just on that thing you were saying about how like, oh, it kind of seems a bit sinister with this thing in the wall.
yeah,
But then you see that the first moment of one of the people under the stairs. Well, I guess it was Roach because it was in the wall, but handing the fork back
yes,
so she wouldn't get in trouble.
straight away it shifts the tone. Like, okay,
Yeah,
something else is going on.
yeah,
And it does give you that impression from the scene before that it is Mummy and Daddy are the bad people. They are very bad people.
Yeah.
And the people inside the walls are the victims.
yeah,
Yeah. I kind of just want to get this out of the way. Like the people under the stairs. When I first watched it and realized, and you had the exact same reaction, which I was so happy with, it was just like mind blowing when we realized that the reason they keep these people under the stairs, which are just these a group of salespeople and people who've tried to rob the place and all that, and they're his guard dogs for their fortune. Like
yeah.
that.
So it was the connection I made was pretty much Smaug in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this monster or this group of monsters protecting your booty.
Oh,
you know,
it was such a satisfying reveal.
Yeah,
like it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, but it was great. I really liked that.
Yeah.
bit. I really liked that bit.
Only like a greedy pair of insane millionaires could come up with a solution to protecting this stuff like that.
Yeah.
All the traps and gizmos in the house and
Like, and then like the kind of, I guess, sewerage that he's got underneath where he dumps all the bodies as well.
Yeah, the
after
ones he
he's
doesn't
done
want
with them. Yeah.
Oh, it's so gross. It was so off white, just off pooey color.
It was like a like a mustard kind of color. Yeah, it was very weird. It was very weird.
Like I would not like to be the guy who had to set up that pit.
Oh no,
I had to clean that pit. That would suck.
Oh well, what about Roach? He had to go in there to grab Leroy out,
and he came out clean.
How funny was that bit? So, do you want to describe that scene?
Okay, yeah. So as I said before, we see, Leroy's been taken care of. He's been chopped up, and his daddy's chopping into his body and eating
like
him and
pulling his guts out.
Yeah,
and stuff and
throwing bits to the people under the stairs and all that. And eventually he opens up.
Oh,
this
he gets a good shot through
through
the
a plank.
yeah
Just
through
the opening of the-
through just two boards, two 2x4s.
Didn't even hit the sides.
No,
Thunk,
yeah,
straight in.
nothing but net, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like a victory thing, like yay, meat. Yeah, yeah.
And
And just so everybody's aware, through this we will probably make noises like the people under the stairs, but just so you know, they're not mentally handicapped. They don't have tongues.
They don't have tongues.
Yeah, so they can't speak properly. So just so you know, just so you don't think we're being offensive towards any kind of people, they have their tongues cut out. Okay, so
I think they've like created their own like language as well.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But you could always understand them whenever they'd yell "fool."
Mm.
Fool. They just couldn't do the L on the end because
No.
they couldn't touch their tongue at the top of the roof of their mouths.
The tongue stump.
Fool. Yeah. Can we talk about one moment in this as well?
Yeah, for sure. I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Like, so the dog gets in so much shit in this. Prince. The dog's name's
Yes.
Prince. It's
So
just a big Rottweiler.
They've got this, big fuck off Rottweiler as
Yeah.
their guard dog.
Yeah. So when they're in the house, so they're in heaps of shit's already happened. Spencer's already dead, but Ving Rhames is still running around with Fool.
They're trying to escape.
Yeah, they're trying to escape, and then Mummy and Daddy arrive home,
Yes.
and they're with the dog. The dog comes home with them, and they're able to kick the door in enough so the dog can get in.
Yeah.
And the dog just starts chasing them around. Ving Rhames gets bitten on the the wrist.
So like they panic. Fool and Leroy panic that there's no way out. So he has the idea like Fool, you be bait. You stand in the middle of the room. I'll hide behind the couch and I'll
With the
wail that
crowbar.
sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then fucking Prince comes in so silently, walks up, looks at Fool, has no interest in him.
Yeah.
Looks straight to the couch.
Yeah. He
And-
goes,
Yep.
and then he's like,
Fool's
yeah, and then Leroy just puts his head up. Was like, "Where'd he go? Oh fuck!"
Jumps
Just
him
goes straight at him.
Leroy, for a guy who kept going on that, he was like, I'm on master criminal. And all
Yeah,
that sort
and
of stuff.
calling full of pussy, like all that stuff. Yeah,
He's pretty bumbling and inept. Like,
Yeah.
he can't really do shit.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's one of the things for Fool as well. Like he keeps getting called a pussy, and he's like, "No, I am brave. I'm going to do this." Like he's like, "I'm sick of being called a pussy. I'm going to do this." Like,
Yeah.
and I've got to do it for my family.
Yeah.
You know,
The hero's journey.
the hero's journey, baby. Yeah, but yeah. So
After they get attacked.
it jumps the couch, and then and just grabs onto Leroy's wrist, and then Fool starts pulling him over to the door because
this
he,
is kind of his first big, like, I've got to do something.
that's a bit of another MacGyver.
Yeah, you'd be proof.
So there's another MacGyver moment in this
to
as
be
well.
like a bit of a MacGyver in this one.
So earlier he got zapped by the front door.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they've got the house rigged, and
It's pretty much
rigged-
on lockdown.
It's rigged so no one can get out. It's not so much so no one can get in. It's to keep everyone in. So like the front door, sneakily enough, is rigged. The door handle to be electrified.
Yeah.
And
So smart old Fool, as Leroy's getting just mauled on the arm, he pulls Leroy over to where the front door is, and he's dragging the dog.
dog's
So
still
they're just in a chain, the
Mhm.
three of them, and he makes it to the door and touches the door, and he goes, gets zapped for the second time.
Yeah.
But the current goes straight through all of them, and the dog's like, oh, and just like, and they all go flying.
Yeah.
All three of them go flying.
Oh, and the dog, the noise Prince makes when he like he's on the ground, like
Yeah, it's so funny.
slightly zapped dog.
Yeah. It was such a great moment.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
that bit.
The comedy in this is not over the top. It's not like, hey, we're doing jokes now. It's just kind of things happen. And just it's like, oh, that's pretty funny. Like,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Funny things happen.
Yeah, they did that quite well. They did that quite well. And then, so then pretty much for the majority of the movie, like, he's running around by himself.
Yeah,
Like,
it
Fool's
is.
running around by himself.
It's again, this seems to be a theme that keeps coming up. Is that we keep watching ones where the kid is the hero.
Yep.
The kid has to become a man and take on the horrific thing or the horrific people.
Yep.
And this is a strong one.
Yeah. God, and I fucking, Such a good movie. What do you want to talk about next?
Yeah, it's kind of so much. Like, I could go on about, like, what's it, Daddy's performance throughout it. Like, the gimp suit, however.
Oh, the gimp suit
is outstanding.
Oh man.
God, oh my God! Like, it's just like it's so creepy.
It's pretty much his kill suit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's my hunting suit.
It is. Yeah. It's just talking. There's a moment when oh my God, I've forgotten her name. Alice saves Fool, and they're talking for the first time, and says, you can hear Daddy yelling, and screaming, and he's like, oh, he's hunting roach, and that's when you see him in full gimp suit running through the house with a gigantic like combat shotgun.
Yeah, and he's making a lot of noises like yeah, he's fucking, his adrenaline is fucking pumping.
He's beyond furious.
Yeah,
and just total disregard for the fucking house, just shooting.
Yeah,
just emptying clips into.
But
the
it's also fury, and like he's having the fucking best time.
Oh yeah, so much fun. It seemed at the house like everything that would just hold, I don't know, bread has a handgun in it. Or the desk has a shotgun in it. Like, this is a very strange family.
yeah. That's just scratching the surface of the strange family.
But yeah, any scene when he's in full gimp mode and like just going crazy, it's just horrifying. I would not want to, imagine being full size as well. But you see the actor on the set having to run away from all, like, he looks like he's got to be 7 foot, something like that. Just screaming with a shotgun running at you. He's got a strong bladder. Yeah.
It just reminds me of like a Hervé Villechaize jumpsuit. Like, just like takes you forever to zip out of it.
Yeah. As we mentioned, they're a weird family. And it's they go on that Alice is their daughter, and mummy and daddy. But it's revealed once Fool gets out, he's the one to get out, and he's found out that they're actually brother and sister. Ooh. Yeah. How'd you feel about that when you found out when that was revealed?
Yeah, it was like, I guess just because they're set up to be, like at the start to be husband and wife kind of thing, and this is their daughter, and then finding out about like how they're brother and sister. And then finding out that they're stealing kids. So it's like, I was like, fuck. So wait, is Alice stolen? Like, what's going on? Or is she a product of incest? What's happening here? And then we do find out that she's a stolen. She was stolen. Yeah. Oh. And all the people under the stairs were all boys that they'd stolen.
Yeah, the boys who they'd stolen.
Yeah, but then it was like, if any salesman came, they'd kill them and feed them to
anyone
the
who
boys.
saw too much. If you saw too much, heard too much, or talked too much.
See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil.
Exactly,
that was great. I really liked that.
It was a good use of that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't too forced, like shoved down your throat.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah, exactly. You understand? It was brought up maybe, like, I think, she says it once, like when she covers her ears, and then he says it again at some point.
Yeah, like,
Fool says, daddy says it
because she Fool lays a pretty decent line of like, your dad's one crazy mother. Your mother's one crazy mother too.
Yeah.
You're speaking evil. They'd kill you if they heard that.
Yeah. And then daddy says something to her to discipline her as well. And there's actually like a little
statue.
Yeah, little statue as well. Yeah. So that they didn't force it, but it was in there enough that it was obvious. Yeah. Yeah.
But one thing that really stands out is just the aesthetic of this film. Yeah. The setting, the house, it's just so many levels of dusty and grimy, and it must have taken ages to put this thing together.
Place up.
To get it the right level of believable fucked up. It looks like a pair of wealthy millionaires who just never use these rooms. They've just been left to
just
rust
neglected it. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also like, because Falls from the Ghetto, like even that opening scene, like even like that was dingy, but it was like, but there's a lot of contrast between the two kinds of dinginess as well.
Yeah, it was like very exaggerated in parts. Like it feels like his whole way to get in through was full of just like hobos and drug addicts. And
well, it was almost like because the the ghetto's urban,
Mm.
and this is like an old manor
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like, so it's like two different kinds of like grunginess, you know? Yeah.
It's just like the house is too big and they don't bother to clean up. And
Yeah, exactly.
they're kind of like borderline hoarders, but
Yeah.
instead of hoarding things, they hoard people.
Yeah, yeah.
Oof. But and yeah, like they've got a weird kind of. They don't fit the '90s. The couple, like the way they're dressed.
No.
Like Daddy's got slick back hair, and he looks kind of, he looked like he fit pretty well in Happy Days.
Yeah, well, he even smokes a pipe at one
He
point
does.
as well.
That's right. Yeah. So it's good at making you makes me kind of curious as to like what kind of background do they come from, and like what made them become. Obviously, they come from very high society to a degree, but what made them become ancestral?
Yeah.
And
If they ever did, like, we don't know
true,
that either,
it's
do we?
implied.
Yeah.
And like
But we don't actually know that for sure.
there's a pretty disturbing moment when we see Alice tied up and Daddy's in full gimp mode, and
And he grabs his crotch. Yeah.
and it's like, oh goddamn! But then there's a moment but Mummy quickly says, take me to bed.
Yeah.
It's to heal her leg, but still, they're like, no, not her.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Are they raising her and grooming her until she's able to? That's why they're keeping her in there, which isn't incestuous, but it's child rape pretty much.
Yeah,
Just waiting till she's old enough.
it's strange.
know?
Yeah, it's I just
And then the whole mummy daddy thing, calling each other that as well, is just.
and once you realize they're brother and sister and hearing them call each other mummy and daddy, it just makes it that much creepier.
Yeah. Yeah.
When like in the final moments when mummy's getting fucked up, people on the stairs just to take her out, and
Yeah.
the screams daddy's giving are just so unsettling. 'Cause
Yeah.
it sounds like a brother calling to a sister but saying mummy. Like it
Yeah.
just sounds so
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Gross.
very creepy, very gross. And especially just because of like, the weird dead eyes he has as well. Like those fucking crazy eyes, and
He definitely looks like the kind of guy who could, you would not be surprised if you found him. He's got a meat locker of people in his basement.
Yeah.
He's got that look about him.
He does, yeah.
Even she's not an attractive woman whatsoever.
She's very complicit in like.
She's got very like stony kind of features. Like I don't know, there's a very coldness about her.
Yeah. I agree.
And I see like anything I've seen her, it kind of carries through. Whenever she's kind of being nice, I always like find it like disingenuous. I don't trust it.
Yeah.
From seeing her in this and seeing her in Twin Peaks, it just like it puts me off.
Yeah. Like one thing I do want to know is the logistics of that gimp suit. Like, because he's in it, then out of it, then in it, then out of it.
He gets in it
a couple of times.
Quick.
Like, he's pretty good.
Must go through a bit of talc.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Either that, or he's just so well versed in doing it because he's done it so many times. And he's got all the tricks, and he can do it in like 5 minutes. It's like David Blaine taking off a fucking straitjacket,
I was kind of hoping for a scene when like it was like the police would turn up and he had to quickly get changed, but like he forgot to take the gimp suit off. So he's just got these clothes on top of the gimp suit. Fantastic. That would be a great deleted scene.
That would be great. That'd be awesome.
What do you think? Like, we've got it on mute in the background at the moment. It's just gone loop. But one thing that keeps coming up is Daddy gets whaled in the head so many times.
He gets absolutely fucked up.
It has to be made of cement or just solid steel.
Yeah.
He gets the top of a toilet, the back of the toilet. He gets that cracked over his head.
Top of the cistern.
He gets a slingshot with what I believe is just a huge rock straight to the forehead.
Yeah.
There's another one.
I'm probably going too far, but the brick from the chimney.
Now he should have died.
Yes,
he should have died because that was a full brick.
This house is probably is it like 3 stories?
3 stories.
Yeah, and that was from the very top.
Yeah, the very tip.
Literally
top of the house.
roof. Yeah,
and a full brick. Like that had to be like 20 meters.
Yeah,
like straight down full brick.
That would have just
head.
crushed his head.
And like, if it didn't crush it, it would have snapped at his neck.
Yeah.
But he's fine.
Yep.
He does get a fire poker snapped over his head.
Yeah.
He cops another one, I think. He cops a fair few.
Yeah.
I wonder if he remembers doing the movie.
Yeah.
1991. What's 1991?
Yeah. Well, yeah, like, and there's got a lot to be said for like a lot of the camera shots too.
Oh yeah,
this is like really quite beautifully filmed as well.
he's a fair few movies in now, Wes Craven, and like, he's done Scream and all that sort of stuff. Like he's kind of settled in his style.
Yeah.
And
When did the first Scream come out?
actually, I think
I think that was just after. I think the first one was like 94, 93, 94 maybe.
Damn, Synopsis is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, it's definitely like his style is settled now. Like
Yeah.
he's found his way from starting from Last House on the Left and moving on. That was a very loosely made movie. That was almost from the actors. There was almost no direction. It was Wes just like, go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
A little bit more, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I just found a nice little fact. Hilary Swank auditioned for the role of Roach.
Really?
Yeah, it was originally written to be either male or female. It was open for interpretation.
Oh.
It was all in the actor.
Nice.
So that's yeah.
Fuck, he's so good.
And another like I don't know if I've spoken about it on we've chatted about it on the pod before about like where Freddy Krueger came from. It was a personal experience of Wes Craven of as a boy seeing a man middle of the night, seeing a man in the street. They were living in an apartment. This man's just standing out there, and the man seeing little Wes in the window, and the man entering the apartment complex and having every intention to break down their door, but luckily he woke up his parents and then shooed the guy off, and that always stayed with him, and that gave him the idea for Freddy Krueger. But this was again based on a story that he heard, a news story about burglars breaking into a house when the authorities arrived. The burglars had disappeared, but they discovered locked doors with noises coming from behind. Children had to be locked up inside the rooms by their parents and never allowed to go outside. So this kind of happened.
Yeah.
This is an exaggerated version of that horrible, horrible scenario.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
it's I love indulging in this kind of stuff. Like indulging in the exaggerated and the what if.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one of my favorite comic series is Marvel What If. And it's like, what if the Punisher killed the Marvel Universe?
So
sure,
like,
I'll read that.
Like, what if Mario real life?
Very different, but
sorry.
yeah.
That was for anybody who listens to Filthy Casuals who also listens to us.
Oh, I got another one. The interiors of the house, where it was used for Rob Zombie's Halloween, the much controversially hated, and loved and hated film.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I recognize it. Like, totally different, but like, it must be one of those like houses that gets like the set houses like it used to like, a lot in horror and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
they're just go-tos.
And what do you think of this? One more last kind of fun fact. Before Wes Craven passed away, he was working on adapting this for a TV series on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, really?
How do you think that would have played out?
Man, pretty much anything on Sci-Fi Channel is fucking bullshit. Like,
I don't know why
all the visual effects suck.
Mm-hmm.
All the actors fucking suck.
Like, when I first read that, I was like, "Oh, that's a shame." But now that I think about it, it's like, what could that show even be about?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's Sci-Fi Channel that makes Sharknado.
Ugh,
yes. Yeah, so that gives you an idea.
Oh yeah, I know.
When I was in Thailand, because I had hardly any fucking TV channels when I was bored at night. All I had to choose from was the Universal Channel or the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh no, poor bastard.
It was horrendous. It was so bad. It was like cop shows that hadn't even made it over to Australia. That's how fucking bad they were on the Universal Channel.
Can you name the worst thing on Sci-Fi that you had to endure, just out of sheer need of entertainment?
I did not endure anything on it.
No.
I would have rather endured the Universal Channel.
Damn, I just wanted to hear something I've never heard of. Just something
honestly,
awful.
it was just all fucking codswallop.
Yeah.
It was all cockamamie. It was all bullshit.
I call shenanigans.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have no idea what Wes was thinking there. I don't know how I don't know how this could have been turned into a TV series.
Unless he just wanted it to like be fucking stupid and look dumb.
He did do not a lot of good near the end there. Like at the end, before he quit making films, he didn't do very much. There's one called My Soul to Take, and I think
was it My Soul to Take?
Yeah, I think the last time I saw that on Rotten Tomatoes was 8%.
Ooh.
Yeah, That's I almost bought that once, and I thought this cover looks too 90s boy band for me. I'm gonna research. I'm like, okay, steer clear.
Yeah, all right.
Name it doesn't always carry through. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, can you think of anything else you want to touch on? Like,
I'm kind of a little bit like not overwhelmed by it, but I'm just like I just because I had no idea what to expect.
Yep.
And then after watching it, I'm just like, fuck, this is great.
It was
This
a
is
joy,
so
wasn't
good.
it?
Yeah, it was a real joy. Like I want to MVP has to be Roach in this for sure. Just the characterization of him is just perfect.
Yeah, like that
It's
crazy
so well
like
done.
terrified spike. Like, it looks like he got like an electric shock, and he's got that
Yeah.
big spiky hair.
Yeah.
Dusty in the clawy kind of fingers.
Yeah. But I also love the way that when he emerged to save Fool for the first time, he's like, "Come on!" Like it just pulls him in.
rips
Like
him up.
that was a really good sequence,
And
a really
he's
good
fucking
moment.
with Daddy as well. Like, he's got a huge smile on his face, like, "Ha! You're not gonna get me!"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and
like-
because Daddy's too scared to go into the walls as well.
yeah, he's terrified of going in there.
Mm.
Yeah, which is what I fucking love. They did that really.
that was a
well
nice
too.
touch as well.
Yeah, that's why they'd send the dog in there.
Mm,
Like,
mm.
oh, so well done.
Yeah, something about like a house with secret tunnels and shit like that. Just yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Just such a great like the detail in this movie as well. Where they just a lot of there's one room they run into and like it's just covered in random like photos of prints, like the shrines to their dogs and
Yeah,
stuff
it
like
almost
that.
looks like when the cop walks in. When Fool's ready to get back in the house to save Alice, and he just walks in. He's like, "So you said you didn't?" Oh no, sorry.
It was a similar
The,
kind of
the,
scene.
the room he was in before that, before he sees Alice's room. He's like, it actually looks like a room for Prince. It looks like Prince's room.
Yeah,
Like
it's
Prince's
got,
own bedroom.
antique lounges and
Yeah,
deskwear and all sorts of stuff. Like,
yeah,
that's like it looked like the most well cared for room as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So that's a fucked up
Well, and
situation there.
when he gets killed, when Prince gets killed,
Yeah,
like their reaction to it is so visceral. Like they just lose it at
And-
the fact that the dog's dead, and then 10 minutes later they're just like, "I'll get a new dog tomorrow. Make sure it's a good big one."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And then they're just like, "Oh well, fucking Prince is gone," even though they had a fucking like shrine to it and stuff. But
How funny was the reaction though when they realized that they
that they killed the dog instead of
just days? Oh shit!
yeah.
You're just hearing in the background, you see Fool and Alice are running away, like, "You idiot! How'd you do it? I didn't mean to do it."
Yeah, I didn't mean to do it.
Oh, I loved it. They become children.
Yeah,
They give a real childish vibe, even though they, people buying up most
Once-
of the neighborhoods and
pretty much once shit starts falling apart for them.
yeah,
That's when they start.
they regress. They become
Yeah, they
children.
regress
They
completely.
become siblings again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh man, I would totally watch this again. I would recommend this to.
Yeah, like if you're looking for a movie to watch this Halloween, this is the one.
This
Like,
is it's such a fucking good. Like, once again, lots of heart too, isn't it?
yeah,
Like the way that all the people on the stairs come together at the end to pretty much take out Mummy and Daddy.
and like this is like one of the best examples of horror not having to be scary.
Yeah.
It can
yeah,
just be a theme.
Yeah.
And that's what people always think when I tell them I'm into horror movies. They think, "Oh, you're into sick shit, you're into Hostel, and you just like jump scares." It's like, no, there's more to it.
Yeah.
There's so much more to it. And yeah, who would have thought a movie called The People Under the Stairs would have been so much fun
Yeah.
and so well made. Oh yes,
Great movie. Loved it.
Well
Loved
done,
it.
Wes.
Loved it. Loved it. Loved
we
it.
miss you, buddy.
Loved it. Ah, I guess we should wrap it up there, hey?
Yeah, I think so.
That was
I
a
think
nice one.
I was the second thing I was going to talk about the ending. I'm like, no, you guys. This is one of those times where I don't want to spoil it.
It's a bit of a feel-good ending too,
It
isn't
is.
it?
It's
Yeah.
great. You guys need to see it. All I can say, one of the coolest house. Okay, I'll spoil a little bit. Explosion. I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell you how it happens, but there is an
It's great.
explosion.
You guys
It's
have
really
to
cool.
go and watch it. You have to go see this movie. It's so fucking good. So, what do we have next week?
Right. Well, a classic. We got something big, because one of the best franchises ever, in my opinion, is getting its 7th installment in a few weeks' time.
I believe it's already out in the States as well.
Dear sweet Jesus.
Yeah, I believe it's
So
streaming.
goddamn close.
Yeah, I believe it's streaming at the moment.
Ugh.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, I'm a massive Chucky fan. I'm a huge Child's Play fan. And Cult of Chucky is on its way. And I thought, yes, I'll buy it. We'll do it for the pod for October. But you haven't seen any of them, have you?
I've actually seen maybe the first like half an hour of Child's Play.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So,
Because I know it's the mum from Seventh Heaven, right?
Yes.
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 for some reason, she never returns in the series. I wonder why.
I wonder why. Yeah.
Seventh Heaven. We're doing Child's Play.
Cool.
We're doing the original. We're starting from the beginning.
I'm excited.
Man, I love this movie. I just love this series so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
As the great man says, you don't fuck with the chug.
Don't fuck with the show. Is a great man Brad Dourif?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, see, look at me learning.
You are.
Look at me
I'm
learning.
very impressed.
Thank you. Are you proud of me, Chris?
I am. I'm very proud.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You know who Brad Dourif is. You know,
Yeah.
it's not just a name I drop every now and then.
Nope, I actually know it.
The
Yeah.
little wiggle happy dance. I love it. I love it.
So we were going to have some news for you this week, but we'll wait. We'll wait for next week.
Yeah.
We'll wait for next week.
We need to be absolutely sure.
We're just gonna keep sizzling for a bit. I mean, it's confirmed. It's locked in.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I want to just lock some other things in first before we
Let's just say, like, keep Halloween free.
yeah.
Like, don't commit to anything yet. You know,
If you're in Sydney,
if you're in Sydney,
don't commit to anything.
Oh, it's so tempting to say the rest. Let's not. Let's hold
Yeah.
ourselves. But you know, as Roach does, you know.
Yep. Our tongues are cut out.
Yep.
Yes. Our lips aren't quite sealed, but our tongues are cut out.
Yeah, you were listening.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
I'm not committing to that because I'll offend somebody.
Yeah. Even though we did do a disclaimer earlier,
we gave you spoilers. Guys.
somebody probably didn't hear the disclaimer. So yeah.
Oh, there's an obvious joke. Control yourself, Christopher. Control yourself.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week with Child's Play. Thank you very much for listening. Hit us up on all the stuff that we always say. It's in the show notes anyway. Have a look there.
Yeah.
I won't bother rifling them all off.
Thanks again, Gay Paris, as always.
Yep. As always.
Love you guys.
Yep. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. For Chucky. Rest in horror, guys.
Rest under the stairs.
Oh, I like that one.